Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Okay,
Good
very good. Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, all of you. Happy to see you all. How was the test? I was not there when Anupama was conducted your test, Sipa. What was the score? Was it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Grammar, any mistakes? How many mistakes, Benedict, for you?
Ma'am, one mistake.
Out of 8 for grammar?
7.
7. Good. Good score. Okay, keep it up. I'm not asking everyone. I'm just, because I was not seeing the scores, I'm waiting for Anupama ma'am to send it to me. So let's see. Let us begin today's session. So we were discussing about non-finite verbs in the previous class, right? So non-finite, we said, okay, there are infinitives. Infinitives are of 2 infinitives and bare infinitive. We discussed what are a bare infinitive and what is 2 infinitive forms, right? And we have done a lot of examples with regard to this topic also. And my dear children, we have learned the participles also. There are 2 participles I have told. Present participles which are ending with ing form. Past participles ends with end with normally t, d, en and all such forms we said, right? We are using it as a tense form. At the same time, for creating the tense verbs, we are using past participle and present participle we discussed, right? And also we discussed about the past participles and present participles are just like adjective. It plays the role of an adjective in a sentence also, isn't it? This is what we discussed in our previous class. Have you started discussing about gerund?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Past and present participles are over.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. So children, listen now. Today, the topic for today is gerund. This name is familiar, the term is familiar, and topic is very familiar, and also the usage is very, very familiar to you people, right? Right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
getting complaints from all the teachers. They are getting less response from 8A class. Okay, so you need to respond. At least 2 or 3% has to say your answers. If you know the answer, why you're hesitant to answer? Please don't do that. You have to answer to the teachers. This is a live classroom. So it's your role is to support the teachers, right? If you keep quiet, I know that you are all familiar with all the topics and you know the answers, but it is your responsibility is to support the teacher by giving it. Isn't it? Isn't it, children? So listen carefully. Today's topic, gerund. What is the term gerund means? Do you have any idea?
Gerund is a non-finite verb
It
which
acts like a verb or noun in a sentence.
It is also
Tell
known
me.
as a verbal noun.
Tell me. I have given one statement. A gerund, it acts like a verb. It acts like a noun. Which word is correct?
ma'am,
Abhiram
gerund is a
Krishna,
noun.
what you mean by, or what I actually I want to get it from you people, right? You tell me now what is called the gerund in English grammar.
It acts like a verb.
It acts like a verb. How many of you are supporting Abhiram Krishna's this point? See, I have told you a participle is also known as verbal adjective. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a gerund is also known as a verbal noun. Okay, a gerund, the other name for gerund is verbal noun. Okay, it looks like a verb but acts like a noun. It functions like a noun in a sentence. Let me repeat, a gerund is also called verbal nouns. As past participle and present participles are known as verbal adjective because it plays the role of an adjective in a sentence. Okay, partly a verb, partly an adjective. But a gerund is just functions like a noun in a sentence. So it is called a verbal noun. Okay, it looks like a verb. Okay, like it looks like a verb. Like you know that there are 4 forms for a verb, right? Present form, past form, past participle form, and present participle forms are there, right? So exactly like these forms. Okay, this gerund is, it looks like a verb, but it functions, it acts, it takes the role of a noun in a sentence. Noun means what? It can be a subject. A noun can be used as an object in a sentence, isn't it? He or Raju is my cousin brother. Okay, Raju is my cousin brother. Okay, so there the Raju, the word is a noun, isn't it? Isn't it? So
Yes,
it
ma'am.
is a name. It is a naming word. It is a noun in that particular sentence, right? Right? I am talking to Ram. Okay, I am talking to Ram. There you can see the Ram at the end of the sentence, right?
Yes.
Ram is also a naming word, right? So Ram is a noun, right? The same way we can use a gerund in the form of a subject, in the form of a verb, object in a sentence. Am I clear? Okay, so gerund, it looks like a verb, but functions or plays or acts like a noun in a sentence. Am I clear? So it is called a verbal adjective. Am I clear? Sorry, verbal noun. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So gerunds are also known as verbal nouns. Okay, so now I am going to draw a box. Okay, and another peculiarity, another feature, another way, or another identification mark, as we can call it as an identification mark for a gerund, we can use ing at the end. Exactly like a present participle, a gerund, a word ends with ing. Okay, a special feature for a gerund. A gerund is a verbal noun. It looks like a noun, and it acts like a whatever I'm saying is a little confusing today, right? I'm just going out of the topic today. Don't know what happened to me even. So listen carefully once again. A gerund is a verbal noun. Okay, gerund looks like a verb and acts like a noun. Am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is why it is called a verbal noun. Okay, is that fine for you children?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that fine for you children? Am I clear to you children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a gerund, again I'm repeating, a gerund, it just looks like a verb, but it functions, it acts, or it plays like a noun in a sentence. Now I'm going to draw a box. Just see. See, it functions like a noun in a sentence. So this box will help you to solve this issue. See, I'm going to write the usage of noun and also the usage of gerund in two different sentences. Okay? Let us see the difference between these two sentences. First one, Ram is, okay? Ram is good. Pick out the noun from the sentence.
Ram.
Exactly. Ram is a noun, naming word. Now, if I am writing reading is good, okay? Reading is good. Okay, tell me which word acts like a noun in this sentence. I have told you, I have already said a gerund is a word ending with ing. So which word ends with ing here in the sentence?
Reading.
In this sentence, it is placed in the same place as Ram is written in the first sentence, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Here, reading is used as a noun or a verb.
No.
Louder?
Noun.
It is used like a noun, right? Because it, see, are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Children, am I clear to you? I'm not getting any responses.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the net number for you? Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so listen once again. I am going to show the screen once again. Ram is good. Here in the sentence, Ram is a noun. Correct? I have told you already, a noun or a gerund is actually ending with ing. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So in the
Yes, ma'am.
sentence under gerund, reading is an example for gerund. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at the place
Yes,
of
ma'am.
Ram in the sentence. It is in the form of a noun as a subject. Right?
Yes.
Here in the second sentence, reading also, it is a verbal noun. It is actually a verbal noun, non-finite form, and it is in the place of a subject. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So it can act like a subject in a sentence. It can act like a noun in a sentence. It ends with an ing form. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look at the second sentence. I love Ram. Okay, I love Ram. Yeah, I is the subject, love is the verb, Ram is the object, right? So Ram, the noun, is actually in the form of an object. Now look at the second sentence. I love reading. Okay,
Reading.
I love reading. Here also a verbal noun. Here also a verbal noun ending with ing,
ing.
and also it never ever shows any tense. Right?
Yes.
Right? So
Yes, ma'am.
which word is the non-finite form used in the sentence?
Reading.
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 Is it used
Reading.
as an adjective or a noun in the sentence?
No.
If it is a noun, what is it?
It's gerund.
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 It is a gerund. It is also in the form of an object of the sentence. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at the third example. My friend is Ram. Okay? My friend is Ram. Okay? So here you can see Ram is used at the end of the sentence. Okay? It is a noun. Okay? Instead of that, I am going to use reading, the same word as I have used Ram in the sentence. Okay? My habit is reading. Okay? My habit is reading. See? My habit is reading. Here, reading is in the form of a noun. Even though you can see one is just in front of reading, don't get confused that it is used as a present here. Okay, it is just used like a noun in this sentence. Am I clear? It is called a gerund. My friend is Ram. My habit is reading. Ram in the third sentence, reading in the third sentence acts like a noun. Am I clear? Am I clear? A noun which is ending with ing, and even if it is a non-finite form and it never supporting any auxiliary verb, then it is a gerund. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look at the last sentence. I am fond of Ram. I am fond of Ram. Instead of that sentence, I'm going to write in under gerund column. I am fond of reading. Okay? I am fond of reading. Look at here. Ram, reading. Same usage. Right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, children? So next to a preposition. It is used next to a preposition. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear? The concept is clear to you, children? So wherever I have used the noun Ram, the opposite column, the opposite side, I have used reading exactly in the same place. Okay? Vaishnavi, am I clear to you, Vaishnavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Tom Jose, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anashwara, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so listen carefully. A gerund is a verbal noun. Okay, it just look like a verb, like a present participle. It just look like a verb, but it is actually functioning like a noun in a sentence. And moreover, it ends with ing. Okay, it is easy to identify. Even if it is possible for you to identify the main verb and then the remaining part, it is easy to identify a gerund from a sentence. First of all, initially you have to search for the main verb. If the question is to identify a gerund, initially what you want to do is to find out the main verb of the sentence. Once the main verb is removed, then you see whether this ing form is used like a noun or adjective. If it is used like an adjective, definitely it is a participle. If the verb, the word ending with ing is used in the form of a noun, it is very clear it is in gerund form. This is how you need to identify a gerund from a sentence. Am I clear? And it is better to ask a question what. Okay, to find out a gerund from a sentence, you can ask a question what. Okay, example, I'll give you one example. I love swimming. Okay, or else I love to go for swimming. You write these two examples, please. You write these two examples. I love swimming, or I love to go for swimming. Ask a question to get the answer in the form of a gerund using what? Can anybody help me to frame a question with starting with what to get an answer, a gerund from the sentence? You know, already you know that the word swimming is used as a gerund in the sentence. So how to ask a question what to get swimming as an answer?
What do you love?
What do I love? Okay, what do I love? I love swimming. Another example. Swimming keeps me fit. Swimming keeps me fit. So ask a question to get gerund as answer using what? Can you hear me, Ken? Video is stuck. Fadil Jahan Firan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Fadil. Can you ask a question to get the answer swimming?
What keeps me fit?
What keeps me fit? What keeps me fit? What keeps you fit? Swimming keeps me
Swimming keeps
fit.
me
Correct?
fit.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have got swimming in the place of a subject. You have got swimming in the place of an object. If you ask a question what, it is easy for you to get the gerund form from the sentence. You know one thing, a gerund is ending with ing form. And there is a confusion always for kids, those who are in 8th standard, whoever is learning about gerund. They are getting confused with the present participle and gerund. I have told you gerund and present participles are non-finite forms of verb, isn't it? Because by looking at a gerund, by looking at a present participle, we are helpless to find out the tense form. So how it is different? How can we identify or how can we separate a gerund from a present participle? Can anybody help me? Because both gerund and present participle look alike. Both present participle and gerund look alike because it is ending with ing form. How to identify a present participle and and a gerund in different way, or how to identify it from a sentence as separate? Yes.
A present
Ma'am, in
participle,
present participle.
it looks like a verb, but it acts like an adjective.
Excellent. A present participle, it looks like a verb, but acts like an adjective. It functions like an adjective, right? In a sentence. If it is not showing the tense also, it just functions like a adjective in a sentence. Sometimes we are using these present participles along with the auxiliary verbs to construct tenses, isn't it? Isn't it? Past participles and present participles can be fit along with the auxiliary verbs to make a verb tense, isn't it? Had gone. Gone is the past participle form of go, right? Right? So had gone along with the auxiliary verb. After fixing it along with the auxiliary verb, we got the tense form. Had gone is in past perfect tense, isn't it? Isn't it? This is how. That is why initially I have told you to identify the main verb of the sentence. Once the main verb is identified, then you can search for the present participle. You can search for the past participle. You can search for the gerund form, the non-finite form of the verb. Am I clear? Am I clear? So what is the difference between a present participle and a gerund? Present participles
Present
are
participle
verbal adjectives.
Adjective.
If it is added with the auxiliary verbs, it acts like a verb tense, right? It can also make a verb tense, isn't it? A gerund is also known as a verbal noun. Wherever I have used ram in one sentence in the place of noun, those all places I have used reading the gerund, isn't it? So it can be placed in the place of subject. At the same time, it can be there in the place of an object in a sentence. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Am I clear? The major point is that it acts like a noun in a sentence. Okay, now let us do some exercises. Identify the non-finite forms from the given sentences. Question number 1. You have to mention whether it is to infinitive, whether it is used like participle, which participle, even if it is a present participle, or used as a past participle, or if it is a gerund. Okay? Example.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Chitra is good at painting. Chitra is good at painting.
Ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am, can
Isha?
you repeat the question? Not Chitra is good at painting, before that.
What is it?
You said identify that one.
Identify the non-finite forms. Identify the non-finite forms into infinitive, participle, and gerund. Chitra is good at painting. Chitra is good at painting. He likes to watch. He likes to watch movies. He likes to watch movies. I like to do my work. It echoes. I like to do my work. Cooking is an art. Cooking is an art. A laughing man is stronger. A laughing man is stronger than a suffering man. A laughing man is stronger than a suffering man. Do not waste your time. Do not waste time staring at a closed door. Do not waste time staring at a closed door.
Can you say the spelling?
Which word?
That staring.
Staring.
Do not waste
S-T-A-R-I-N-G. Staring. Looking piously. Staring. Staring at a closed door. A closed door. She is an expert. She is an expert at playing games. At playing games.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
She is an expert at playing games. We are going to Italy. We are going to Italy. It's not safe there, right? We are going to Italy. The glass is broken. The glass is broken. The glass is broken. Singing is a lot of fun. Singing is a lot of fun. We were ordered to sit down. We were ordered to sit down. Flying
Ma'am,
costs...
can you repeat that
Yes.
sentence again?
Yes. We were ordered to sit down. We were ordered to sit down. Flying, F-L-Y-I-N-G, flying, costs, C-O-S-T-S. Flying, costs, Amras. Amras. Is Amras present today? Amras, are you there? Okay. Flying costs, C-O-S-T-S, flying costs a lot of fun. Flying costs a lot of fun. He is drinking a cup of tea. He is drinking a cup of tea. I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting. I am taking driving lessons. I am taking driving lessons. Okay, fine. Children, please try to find out the non-finite forms I have told you. And let me repeat gerund once again. Gerund is in the form of a verb, but it acts like a noun, ending with ing. And don't get confused with the present participles and gerund, because present participles, it is used along with an auxiliary verb to make a verb tense, okay? And at the same time, it is in some sentences, it is used like an adjective just before the noun. So remember this in your mind and try to find out your answers. You have to particularly mention, this is a non-finite gerund form, this one is a non-finite to infinitive form. Please do it.
Ma'am, can you say 10 to
Tenth
10th
question.
question. Can you
So Amaljit baby, can you repeat the 10th question? 10th question. Amaljit, can you read the 10th question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Singing is a lot of fun.
Singing is?
A lot of fun.
Singing is a lot of fun.
Ma'am, Anju ma'am,
Yes.
I have
Yes,
a doubt.
Pooja?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, of course, you can ask.
Ma'am, when we get a sentence in which we have past participle, it's important that is it necessary that the noun should be next to the adjective, not adjective, that past participle?
I'm not getting your question. I don't know. What is your question? Can you repeat it once again?
Ma'am, if one sentence is given,
Give me one sentence. Give me one sentence.
ma'am, in the last class you gave a sentence that is, he was taken to the store by his daughter. So
Okay.
in that taken is there, so that is the past participle.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So is it necessary that the noun should be next to it?
No, actually what happened there, he was taken to the store by his daughter, right? That was the question I have given, right? There actually, you know the rule. I have told you earlier, it is used like an adjective. At the same time, it can be used along with an auxiliary verb to frame a verb tense. What do you mean by verb tense? If it is used with an auxiliary verb, it shows a tense form, isn't it? Isn't it? So was taken. Look at here. It acts like a verb. It is not acting like an adjective in that sentence. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear for you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Because was taken. Was is an auxiliary verb. Taken is the past participle form. Isn't it? So past participle form is also called the third form of the verb. Okay? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It is partly an adjective and partly a verb. That is the definition for an past and present participles, right? Past participles are partly a verb and partly an adjective. If it is fitted along with an auxiliary verb, it forms a tense because it is a part of a main verb there. Okay? It is not mandatory to use it as an adjective in a sentence. If it is fixed with an auxiliary, it shows the tense. So it acts like a verb there. Okay? Clear,
Yes, ma'am.
Pooja? So don't think that a present participle and past participle is only an adjective. No, it shows the verb tense also in some cases, right? That is why in the rule of present perfect, we are saying subject plus has or have plus the past participle form of the verb plus the object, right? So there we are using past participle to frame a verb tense. Correct? You
Yes,
got the
ma'am.
answer? Satisfied?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you satisfied with my answer?
Yes, ma'am, I got.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Good question. Okay, let us begin with the first question. Sridevi, yes, can you read the first question and its answer? He likes to watch movies. Finite verb, non-finite verb.
To watch.
What is it?
Bare infinitive. To infinitive.
To infinitive. Excellent. Anashwara, question number 2.
I like to do my work.
Okay, I like to do my work.
To do.
To do. What is it?
To infinitive.
Nivedya, next question.
Cooking is an art. Cooking is an art.
Cooking is an art. Okay, fine. What is it there?
Gerund.
Gerund, because it is in the form of a noun. Excellent. Very good.
Ma'am, one more question is there. The first one.
What is it?
Chitra is good at painting.
Chitra is good at painting. Okay, answer Lakshmi Nandakumar. Chitra is good at painting. Lakshmi, can you hear me? Lakshmi? Muhammad Salim, sorry Lakshmi, I don't know what is your problem. Muhammad Salim, please unmute your audio. Salim? Yes. Tell me, my son, what is the word used here? Chitra is good at painting. Which non-finite form?
Painting.
Painting. Okay, what is it? Excellent, gerund. Tamanna, answer. Next question.
Ma'am?
Tamanna, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you read the question and its answer.
A laughing man is stronger than suffering man.
Okay, fine. A laughing man is stronger than a suffering man. Okay. No problem, Lakshmi. I can understand. Don't worry, don't worry. Tamanna, answer. Give me the answer. Non-finite form used in this sentence. A laughing man is stronger than a suffering man.
I'm laughing.
Only laughing?
Suffering.
Very good. Laughing and suffering. Can you name it? Which non-finite form?
Ma'am, gerund.
Is it used as a noun in that sentence? A laughing man. A suffering man. Brave boy. Smart girl. Good girl. Laughing man. Suffering man. Brave boy. So it acts like a
Verb. Adjective.
adjective. Excellent. It qualifies as the noun. So what is it?
Participle.
Which participle?
Present.
Excellent. Present participle. So laughing and suffering, it actually acts like an adjective. So it is a present participle there. Have you all got this answer, children? Laughing man, suffering man. Okay, adjective form, so present participle. Good, Tamanna. Ritvik? Ritvik, next question.
Do not waste time staring at a closed door.
Okay. Non-finite form used here?
Present participle.
Do not waste time staring at a closed door. So the time is up. Sorry.
Yes.
We'll discuss this answer in the next class. Thank you so much. The next teacher is here. Okay, bye. See you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.